How's it going, everyone, and welcome to this video. Today we are going to be reviewing the Skinguard razor by Gillette. Now, this razor is a new design specifically for guys with sensitive skin to help combat that soreness, redness, those razor bumps. We're going to be putting it through its paces today with a head shave, but it's a really interesting design. They have this what they call Gilette Skinguard technology. This razor only has 2 blades and they're spaced really quite far apart. For traditional cartridge razors with maybe 5 blades in it, as you might know, those blades can cut the hair below the skin, which can cause ingrown hairs and those razor bumps. Another problem is if you pass those blades over the skin multiple times, you got more contact with the skin with those blades, which for some guys causes a lot of problems. So I'm excited to see how this razor is going to get on. The design of this razor also has 2 lubricating strips, one before the blades and one after, again to help those blades guide across the skin's surface a little bit more smoothly. And those blades are actually raised up a little bit so they're not pushing down on the skin, scraping against it, again causing further irritation. So an interesting design. Let's see how it gets on. So we're in the shower, and when I reviewed this razor, I wanted to give it a good test, and I wanted to give it the exact same routine as I would with the other razors that I do. My favorite razor at the moment, I've been using the Dorco Pay 6 Plus a lot, and also I have in the past used the Gillette Pro Fusion 5, the Pro Glide, and they just work really well. So of course we jump it off with, wetting the head, get everything nice and soaked, nice and warm, get all those follicles, nice and soft, ready for a nice comfortable head shave. Then, we want to soak our brush, and the shaving cream I'm using at the moment is from Taylor's of Bond Street, the coconut variety. Really, really great shaving cream. You don't need much of it at all. And the reason why I love, having the shaving cream with the brush is that it's just so easy to reapply. If it's too dry, of course, you can just add some water. And, maybe you need to reapply your shaving cream 2 or even 3 times during your head shave. If you're using the brush, if you're using the cream like that, all that foam, all that shaving foam, shaving cream stays on that brush. You don't need to squeeze it out of the can more or anything like that. So work in that shaving cream, get it worked in there nicely. Want to cover all of the head, of course, get it right into all those nooks and crannies. Make sure you're well lathered up, and then we're going to go for it. Just going to be using my normal routine. This is actually 3 days of not shaving my head. I usually shave my head now every 2 days, but here we're going with 3 days of growth just to give it a nice little extra test. Thank goodness I've got those eyebrows there, otherwise that shaving cream would have been in my eyes. And just checking there to see how well it was doing. And honestly, guys, this razor did a really good job of the head shave. It really does feel completely different to like a 5-blade cartridge razor, the Dorco, like I said, or the Gillette Fusion 5 Pro Glide. It really does feel different when you're using it. It feels like it's like a hollow feeling. You really can feel that design, that it's only got 2 blades, and when you're using it, I felt like I wasn't really cutting the hairs on my head. I felt like I wasn't shaving very close. I wasn't cutting well, but it actually did a really good job. I checked there to see how well it was doing, and it cut really nicely. My typical technique, I start off with some small strokes, and then I go in with those longer strokes all the way over the head. And, I try to let the razor do the work, but I have to admit I'm a bit of an impatient head shaver, and I do sort of dig in slightly. Just checking here to see if it was clogged up. And, after the initial pass over from front to back, just doing the sort of front, and I go sort of with the grain on the sides there, just checking to see how the razor blade was looking, and a quick swill under the water there, no clogging whatsoever, no problems. And then I go up with these sort of side strokes, right? So we've gone across the grain on the side there, and then go up. And, the whole idea, of course, with this safety razor, like we mentioned, is less blades, so you're passing those blades over the skin less, therefore causing less irritation. But I do find when I'm shaving my head in the shower, I do need to go over the same sort of spots over and over again, and that's just because I like the closest shave possible. I'm a bit aggressive with it here, of course, at the back, going against the grain. But like I said, guys, I want that super smooth shave. So going against the grain here, and again, the razor working really, really well. Lots of shaving foam on there, so no need to reapply too often, just a couple of times. And guys, overall, to be honest, I was really impressed with this razor. Like I said, it's a different feeling, and I can see that for some guys, if they do struggle with sensitive skin, razor bumps, irritation, this is worth a try. I really think this razor is worth a try. That's if you want the convenience of using a cartridge razor, this sort of quick shave. We've talked before about the two camps of people, some guys like to spend time on it, take their time, maybe with a double-edged safety. But if you're a bit like me, 4 minutes, 5 minutes for a head shave in the shower, just get the job done. We want to be looking our best, get it done. There's nothing more convenient than these cartridge razors, to be honest. At the crown there, you have to go sort of in all directions because the hair sort of grows in all sorts of directions. So we're going across, we're going to the side, everything there. And I'm going to reapply the shaving cream here. And for the second part, just tidying it up really. So again, get all that shaving cream worked in there nicely. And I'm going to go over the head once more and just pick out any sort of stray hairs that we got left. You can see there I'm using one hand to sort of guide where I need to shave, and the other one going over any sort of missed spots. I use the sort of guiding hand as well to measure up the sideburns, so where I need to shave close to that beard line, because if you're not careful, I can miss certain spots at the side there. You can see where I'm holding my fingers. That's sort of as low as I want to go. Of course, I don't want to be shaving off my beard at all. And yeah, just feeling for any hairs left. Now, what I will say is there were a lot more strays, okay? I want to say a lot more, but there were more sort of stray hairs that I had missed. And so it's a strange one, right? You've got this sensitive blade designed for a sensitive head shave, but at the same time, I had to sort of go with more passes over the same spot to make sure I picked up all of those hairs. So it's an interesting concept. I myself don't struggle too badly with irritation. So having used this product now, it's difficult for me to compare, right? Because if I was suffering with irritation all the time and then I suddenly used this and had no irritation, I could perhaps comment a bit more. But hey, I got no irritation with this blade, and I got a really nice smooth head shave. So overall, it worked really well. In the start, of course, we're using hot water to sort of warm up those follicles, right, soften up those hairs. But at the end, I like to use cold water. Again, a tip there for guys who suffer maybe with ingrowing hairs. If you use cold water, close up those pores, and I just feel a lot more refreshed afterwards. You can see post-shave here, we're putting on some of the famous Bald Cafe Bald Head Butter, which is going to be available at the end of the year. You could see there at the start, the head a little bit shiny, and when I put on this product, you'll see in a minute, it just gives you a nice healthy glow. It feels amazing. I feel really smooth putting this on. Healthy, keep that skin nice and healthy. And it doesn't give me a crazy head shine. I'd even say it slightly mats it out a little bit from, nothing on your head at all. And there you go, look, I really think that is just a nice little healthy glow. Ready to get on with the day with a nice smooth head, and it just feels fantastic. Check it out there, nice healthy glow. So then we're going to move on to the beard. I do put a lot of beard oil into my beard because I just like to keep it as smooth as I can. This beard oil I just made myself using a few different oils. Avocado oil in there, which really smells fantastic. A little bit of coffee in there too. And just rub it all in there right into the skin. This beard, obviously a little bit of a bonus for this video. But the beard routine, super simple. Washed it there, gonna put some beard oil in there, comb it down first, then I comb it out a little bit. And we're gonna finish off with a little bit of beard balm, just to keep it, somewhat in shape for the day. And we're gonna brush through that beard nicely. And there you go, we've got a nicely washed beard, a buff, perfectly shaven head, and feeling good, looking good, feeling great.
So there you have it, guys.
We used the razor and I was pretty impressed. Those blades spaced optimally for less pull and tug. And it gave me a really nice head shave. I do think there is a slight difference. If I rub my hands on my head here, if I push down, I can feel very slightly some hairs there still. But the difference is pretty much incomparable. If you want the convenience of using the cartridges, you know, for a quick head shave in the shower like that, but you suffer from irritation, I really think this razor is still worth a try. Try it out. It could work really well for you. Now the price though, it really is a little bit expensive. In the US there, you're looking at around $10 just for the razor handle and one head. And then UK, there was an offer at the moment, but I picked this up again, one razor with the head for £9 in the UK. Overall, it did a great job. I did get a lovely head shave without irritation. And I do like that Gillette have, you know, tried to make this razor specifically for guys who suffer with problems like that, because, you know, we all want to be comfortable. We want a comfortable head shave. And like I said, dealing with sort of sore skin, razor bumps is really quite an annoying problem. Now, I've done a video before talking about how you can combat that irritation, those razor bumps. So make sure you check those out if you want some more tips. And I know there's going to be guys watching this video that will say, hey, why don't you just use a double-edged safety razor? With that one blade, hey, you're getting less contact with the skin, you're passing it over just that one blade less times. It's going to give you that great head shave without the irritation. And it's going to cost you a fraction of the price. Well, guys, next up, I'm going to be reviewing the Wilkinson Sword Classic, a double-edged safety razor that only cost me £4 for the razor and 5 blades. We've tried using double-edged safeties in the past, but I've always struggled a little bit. However, I'm really motivated to continue to try these razors because I think if you can get a good shave with them, if you can get the technique down, I really do think they are the best option. So we're going to keep trying. I'm going to be reviewing that one next. If you want to see that review, make sure you subscribe to the channel with those notifications on, and that will let you know when that video is up. As always, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video useful, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.
All my walls are covered in words, and while you sleep, I mark my goals. Stand tall, think clear. Don't let them see a hint of fear.